Hey, I'm Morfeo, this is Fotios Nicolau, and in this series of videos, we're discussing why men over 30 who have been training for a while and are careful with their diets, they still don't look great naked. So I think this is the 6th video, so let's get on. Now, one reason why you don't get the body you want, or you don't look great when you take your shirt off, is that you set a lot of logical deadlines when it comes to your goals. And let me explain what I mean by that. Let's say that you wanna lose 12 pounds of fat, okay? And you Google how much fat am I gonna lose per week? And you find the answer to be 1 pound of fat per week with if you follow certain rules, okay? So you make the calculations and you tell yourself, okay, 1 pound per week, and I wanna lose 12 pounds. So yeah, it's gonna take me 12 weeks to lose the amount of fat I want. Okay, so that's a logical deadline. You say, yeah, I'm gonna follow this eating plan, I'm gonna train X amount of weeks, I'm gonna train X days per week with following this program, and you follow the plan, and at the end of 12 weeks, after 12 weeks, you haven't lost 12 pounds of fat. You have lost maybe 10, 8, 6, who knows how much. Why? Because your body doesn't give a rat's patootie about your goals and your deadlines, okay? You cannot actually control your body in a way that you can know with pinpoint accuracy that, hey, you know what? 30 days from now, I will have lost 2 inches of my waist, or I will add 1 inch on my arms. Okay, your body doesn't work this way. Okay, and especially if it's your first try, it's your first time attempting a transformation, so you don't actually have experience if you don't know how your body is going to respond when you're following a certain meal plan or a certain training program, then that's even more that's going to be even more pronounced. You're going to have no idea what deadline to set. Okay, your deadline, you might think it's going to be logical that you're going to achieve X results in X amount of time. Okay, yeah, but that's not how it's gonna work. You're gonna end up frustrated. You might think that you are dumb. You might I don't know, maybe if you have hired a coach and you don't get the results you wanted, you might think your coach is an idiot who, to be fair, yeah, if you told him that, hey, I want to achieve X result by 30 days from now, and he told you, yeah, that's totally possible, yeah, and it's the first time he's coaching you, yeah, he's probably a dork, okay? He wasn't a good coach, okay? For example, when a client comes to me and I ask them, okay, what are your goals 90 days from now? Because I want to know, okay, what are their goals? I want to know how I can structure the program. And if they give me a certain number that they want to achieve, so for example, if they want to lose 20 pounds of fat, or they want to add, I don't know, maybe X inches on their arms or the legs, I'm gonna tell them, you know what? I cannot make you this promise. Why? Because it's my first time working with this guy, so I have no idea how their body is gonna respond. And by setting a logical deadline, even if I say, hey, you know what? Yeah, that could be possible. Okay, even if I do that, yeah, I will be doing a disservice to the client because again, I have no idea how his body is gonna respond. Okay, if I have been training him for a while and we have achieved a certain result in the past, and I kind of remember how his body responded, then yeah, I can make maybe, okay, promise him by a certain deadline he can achieve a certain result. But yeah, that's again, we don't know how his body is going to respond. More importantly, we don't know what kind of challenges life is going to throw him, because okay, I have clients who are busy fathers, who are busy professionals, entrepreneurs. So okay, with those kinds of scenarios, since they are not alone, okay, so they have a business to take care of, they have kids to take care of, they're married, okay, they are in a relationship. Yeah, you never know what's gonna come up, okay, and mess up their schedule. It might mess up their training schedule, it might mess up their meal planning, it might mess up their sleep, and that's gonna also affect their eating and their training. So there are a ton of details, okay, when you are structuring a program that's gonna help you with your goal, that make it really hard to tell you that, hey, you know what, by November this year, by the end of the year, you are gonna lose X amount of fat and you are gonna gain X amount of muscle. Okay, that's really hard. Okay, it's very unethical if a coach makes such a promise. Okay, so what do I suggest doing instead if you still want to set up a deadline? Okay, I'm not a big fan of deadlines, but if you want to set a deadline, instead what I suggest to do is to set an illogical deadline. So again, going back to our example of losing 1 pound of fat per week and wanting to lose 12 pounds of fat, instead of thinking, hey, you know what, it's gonna take me 12 weeks, okay, think that it's gonna take you 20 weeks. Okay, so 8 weeks more. Okay, this is gonna make a few things that's gonna help you in a variety of ways. Number one, it allows you to screw up a few times. Okay, it's gonna allow you personally to screw up if something happens that you don't control. All right, so it's gonna be more pleasant to you mentally. Okay, it's not gonna make you feel really bad if something goes, okay, if something doesn't go the way you want. Plus, it's gonna take into consideration that, hey, again, your body doesn't give a rat's patootie about your goals. You know what, it's not, progress is never linear. I mean, you might have seen the image that says that, okay, what, how people think success looks like, and it's a straight line, and then on the other side of the picture it says how success really is, and it's like, yeah, this messed up line that just ends up in the goal you want. So that's the same thing with your goals. Okay, set illogical deadlines. Again, if you want to set a kind of deadline, personally, since most of my clients view this as a journey, not just as a sprint or a marathon which has a certain start and end date, yeah, we don't really care about deadlines. But if you're the kind of guy who just wants deadlines, yeah, set illogical deadlines, and they're gonna help you achieve your goals much easier. Okay, Omar fam. So that's all I have to say. We're gonna talk soon for the we're gonna to we're gonna talk soon for the seventh and final part of this video series. Okay, my accent and my speaking is already deteriorating, so let me see the